The hottest pop culture stories of the day, like Kelly Clarkson is still waiting on that $1 million bucks. And plus, we've got a pretty sneaking suspicion that it was cheating. This is Hot to Go. I'm Brittany.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Mike.
Kelly Clarkson. She had Rob from Traders, a.k.a. Snake Rob, a.k.a. My Fantasy, a.k.a. my husband, a.k.a. also Mike's husband. He's a snake wrangler who won Traders and then, of course, won $220,000. Well, Kelly Clarkson was excited to ask him about it. And here is Rob on Kelly Clarkson.
Wait, so is it $220,800 richer now? Is that what it is?
I think that's right.
That's a nice number. So what was the moment you took that in? That changes
They still
your life.
haven't paid me.
Oh. You know what? I relate to this.
Put the pressure on.
I relate to this so hardcore because whenever I won, they sold you probably weren't alive when I was on American Idol, but I literally was on the show and they were like, oh, you win $1 million or whatever. Da, da, da. No, you didn't. They lied.
Wait,
you did
what?
not.
What'd you
No,
get?
it was like $1 million worth of
Mugs.
investment in you.
That's great.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yes!
I didn't know that.
And then they said you get a car, and I needed it because my car was bashed in, and I couldn't afford the deductible. And no, I did not get a car. And then Clay Aiken, who didn't win the second season, got a car, and his mom.
And his mom.
His mom also got a car.
Oh, I was like, wait, what about his mom?
And his mom.
Was she trapped?
And his mom. End the clip now. End it. No, I don't want her to know what happened to his mom. And his mom died.
So sorry.
No, his mom got a car as well.
Oh, okay, that is wild.
Yeah.
Like, I hate the fine print. I know you're supposed to read it because that is the crap that's in there. It's like this assumption. I'm sure she could never talk about it for like 10 years or something.
Well, it probably took her a while to go, well, what does that mean? And then you realize, well, that goes pretty quickly. Like there's hair and makeup. We're giving you that for free. We're doing these promo shoots that, yes, we're going to use ourselves, but also that does go towards you. So we'll add off 100 more thousand. Like, you're kind of like experiencing the ride and probably not realizing the extent of the swindle until you get farther away from it. And you look back and go, yeah, about that.
Are you guys, am I remembering this right? And maybe neither of you remember this either, but didn't American Idol basically manage any of the winners' careers for like a really long time? Like it was part of the contract was that, hey, if you win, great, here's this now we know $1 million worth of
and they got like a
you.
certain cut.
And we get a big old cut. Like Simon Cowell got a big old cut of your album. We were your managers. We took a lot. And it was like for a while.
Yeah, I mean, this is that in this vein of like kind of what Taylor Swift talks about with making sure you own your music and whatever. This is back in the day where especially a place like American Idol or Simon Cowell comes from a world of I'm creating you. I'm going to get at least half of the revenue. I mean, One Direction would be a perfect example. It's like this would be a point where it was pretty common practice to be like, yeah, you're not going to own your own stuff. And to this day, I don't know if Kelly Clarkson does.
Yeah, it was Simon Fuller is the other guy who was basically the creator and the entrepreneur behind American Idol. He's got a brand 19 management. That's what all of them were under. At least initially, they had to sign that first record contract with 19 management.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right? Not great. And if you watched America's Next Top Model document that reality, what is that? Something reality, the dark side of reality or whatever. But it was America's Next Top Model. They had that same concept where they're like, you are going to get a contract with elite modeling. It meant nothing. It literally meant nothing. It actually was harmful to anybody in the modeling career because everyone was like, we don't want a top model. We don't want
to touch you.
No, in the designer world, it's like, I want my clothes to speak, not whatever thing like you had to pretend to eat a burger on a skyscraper while not pooping your pants. Like, we don't want that.
Creating reality stars, not models. That's what they were doing.
Yes.
Yeah. It's that, the idea too, like the car is just the cherry on top. Like,
right?
I didn't even get the car they told me that I could have. You do think about people who win, like not just American Idol, but any of those singing shows, dancing shows, modeling shows, etc. And you go, oh yeah, I wonder what happened to them. And it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't make it like a Kelly Clarkson. You know, like they just turned into nothing because they're like, yeah, 2 years later, I still had no money and no record.
Yeah, and it was really funny last year on Traders because Gabby...
I was just about to bring this up.
Yeah,
it was exactly a year ago.
Yeah, 1 year ago.
On Watch What Happens Live exactly a year ago.
Yeah, Gabby was making the rounds because she's from the Bachelor world.
That Gabby.
Yeah,
okay.
And now like a lesbian who is... I honestly follow her on social. She's so funny. And she was like making the rounds, and I think it was 3 different talk shows. I know it was Late Show, Watch What Happens Live, and I think there's one more. And she kept going, I didn't get my money. Where's my money? I want my money. Like in very Gabby monotone way. Because she's like, no, I still haven't received it. Where is it? You know, like, and it was like a month, 2 after, and like they still hadn't cut her the check.
It was literally, I'm looking at the date, March 12th. It was exactly a year ago. This is like a theme, or this is a trend, a marketing move, I think, for the traders to be like, yeah, go complain about us not paying you. It's going to keep us in the headlines. Because this is exactly a year ago.
I wonder what the turnaround is.
I'm sure there's legal stuff. It's got to go through before you get that cut. Yeah.
It shouldn't be. It's not even that much money. It's $220. And I don't say that being able to give somebody $220,000. But like you're a network. You pay paychecks that are way bigger than that. Give this person $220,000. And after taxes, whatever's left.
You just gave Sheridan $1 billion. You can't give me $200,000.
Yes.
Come on now.
This is a nothing. This is literally, this is how, like, what?
What do you mean?
This is like a middle exec's salary. So what are you doing?
Yeah.
Give them this money.
All right. We've been speculating about this, and I think we were right. You know, the marriage of Dak Prescott, the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, and Sarah Jane Ramos, they have 2 young children together. They've been together for years. They even had a joint bachelor party. And then they were like, it is with deep regret we are canceling our wedding. That's in like 3 weeks in Lake Como, and you know they're not getting that money back.
Italy, to be clear, not like Como Conservatory down the street.
Thank you for clearing that up. I'm sure people were confused.
We're all confused.
You never know. Sorry, not all of us know what Lake Como is.
They didn't say why. Respect our privacy, yada, yada, yada. And we were like, okay, it's money or it's cheating. Because why else would you split up this close to the wedding? Well, Sarah Jane immediately came out and was like, it's not a prenup. Then she didn't say anything else. And every gossip rag in the history of gossip rags was like, oh, girl, no, he was cheating left and right. This man had a girl everywhere. He had things on his phone. He had fake accounts. He had social media accounts you've never even heard of.
What?
And she laid it down and was like, I can't do this with you.
Because I have
receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, everything.
And she was like, you can either straighten this out or we can't do this. I don't know what happened on that bachelorette party. If her girlfriends were like, girl.
She was, it's probably exactly that, Kendall.
Like, 'cause I don't think she saw anything new on the party.
No, I'm sure not. I mean, he was busy. He was having fun with his guys. I'm sure what happened was she's a mom of 2 young kids. She's not alone with her like girlies very much, like her friends. This happens all the time. All of a sudden you're like, yeah, I did find something recently on the phone. And a couple drinks later, like, and on his personal computer. Also, like, his Instagram, DMs. And then there's this, technically he did meet up with one girl, but he said that nothing happened. Is you kind of start telling the story. And if you've got good friends, which, it sounds like she does, they probably were like, hey, Sarah,
wake up.
That's freaking insane town, USA. Mirror you. Like, it's time to, no, this can't happen. And it'd probably take one of those girls, and this again, allegedly, this is what I'm assuming, to one of Kendall's points that like really sticks true is like somebody brought up I get that you want to do this for your family, but you have 2 young girls, and if you show them that this is the way they should be treated, that's what they are going to seek out. When somebody says something like that to you, it's the whole like, oh, reassess. Yeah, it's easy to be strong or like ignore things for yourself, but like when somebody says that for you go, dang, I can't unhear that.
Yeah, it's. I think we all have that friend too, by the way. That friend that is like a CIA agent and is like, what's his first name? All I need is like a name and an area code. And I can find all 17 people he's ever had sex with.
What is the color of the cone in the picture? I found everything where she lives, the
Give
apartment
me 20
building.
minutes.
Yeah.
Like, Literally,
Yeah.
that girl was on the trip and was like, here's some more for you.
Like the
Found him
FBI
immediately.
The FBI wishes that they had, Lexi. Like, like they wish.
Lexi was on that trip and that girl said, we out.
Lexi says, I need a fully charged iPad and 14 minutes with some Wi-Fi.
That's all.
That's all she needs. And she will have all of the details. Well, I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm happy they didn't have this wedding. I'm happy for them both. Co-parenting is one thing. Being tied together for marriage to somebody who is not going to come in, that's another. So it's like, they're going to be fine. They're both financially fine. They have both 2 beautiful daughters. Go and be with God. I don't know where I was taking that. I don't know.
Go and be one with God.
Okay, we got to talk about the GOAT. Tom Brady. Not the God, the GOAT of it all, Tom Brady. Do people call him the GOAT?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Good job.
Thanks. Tom Brady's been spotted with another woman. He's been linked to many of people when it comes to like him and Giselle breaking up, especially since she's kind of gone public lately being like, I'm really happy in my marriage and I have this beautiful baby and I love my husband. And he was like, yeah, have you ever been to this kind of party? Because I'll show you girl after girl, party after party.
And they're all in their 20s. Woo!
Well, we finally found one that's 39.
Oh.
It says Yael Cohen Braun.
Like
Scooter Braun. Like hot for a billionaire Braun, who's dating Sydney Sweeney Braun, who is a bajillionaire Braun, who's attached to almost every musical artist in this probably last 10 years. He's done something with somebody. Scooter Braun.
Okay.
Yeah, they were spotted together at Tony Gonzalez's birthday party that was held at, of course, why not, Lauren Sanchez, which, fun fact, Tony is Lauren's ex.
Oh.
They have a kid together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like they hardcore, they are like hashtag, I don't want to say this for everything they do, hashtag goals. Tony, okay, that's a very interesting point. I'm like, I forgot to even mention that. Lauren Sanchez was with Tony Gonzalez. They had a kid together. And now, fast forward, because that was in 2001.
She's
fast
hosting his
forward,
birthday party.
her and her husband, Jeff Bezos, are hosting his birthday party at their big old mansion.
That Tom Brady went to and maybe didn't leave alone.
No, and hung out. And it was like in the corner, huddled together at the bar with Yael Cohen Braun. Again, this is a Scooter Braun's ex. Yael and him actually left the party together.
Mike, I feel like there's got to be a blind behind this because this seems so random.
There was, and the blind was basically, I don't know if it's just hooking up or not, but this is 10 times more likely an actual relationship than him and Alex Earl have ever been. So one thing is absolutely a publicationship. That's him and Alex Earl or whoever you want to insert. You mentioned all the different women he's been connected to in the last 6 months. This kind of feels like it could be a thing. Like this one fits a little bit better.
It'd be a great one. He would, this would be an amazing, I mean, first off, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
She's somewhat age appropriate. I mean, only 10 years apart. I mean, more so than like some of the other ones he's running around with.
And she's a multimillionaire.
Oh, yeah.
Through her family and on her own with her nonprofit work, with the F Cancer movement.
And she seems great.
Yeah, she seems lovely.
She seems lovely. She shouldn't be with Tom Brady.
In the comments, you guys, there's not a lot, but they're pretty funny. There's a lot of attacking Tom. Mostly people are mad about, like, they don't like the way his glasses look, which I actually think he looks really cute with his oversized glasses. And to which finally the last comment is this the one where I accidentally almost went on a sidetrack about? Tony, or Fressa22 also goes, Tony had his birthday party at his baby mama's house? They have a 24-year-old son together and they're still that close? That's so weird. But I was like, that's amazing. But me and Fressa are on the same wavelength of like, that's the real story
like,
here.
What? That's wild.
Yeah, they don't have a young kid together. At this point, Lauren and Tony could not. I can't get over it. It's great. Good for them.
Good for everybody. You know who also just mended the waters? I had no idea these two country superstars were actually fighting for, I don't know, over a decade. Casey Musgraves and Miranda Lambert have been feuding since 2013 over the hit Mama's Broken Heart. Now, let me back this up for you. Thank you.
Mama's
It's a great-
broken heart.
Brittany, don't try. It's a really good song, and you're going to ruin it, okay?
I've never heard it.
Okay, I couldn't
can
tell.
tell.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Casey Musgraves is out promoting her new album. It's dropping in May. And she did this interview with NPR where she said, I'm so excited that I have this collaboration with Miranda Lambert. We are doing this song called Horses and Divorces because I was scrolling through Instagram, saw she was on a horse, and was like, listen, we're not friends at all, but we have two things in common, horses and divorces. To which I said, what do you mean you're not friends at all?
That's
that
aggressive.
sounds like aggressive.
That's aggressive. If I was to say like a My Talk host, like, oh, we're not friends at all. You'd go, you hate Steve. And I go, I do.
Like, literally, that's what it sounded like. So you do some digging. Apparently, before Casey Musgraves was a singer in her own right, she was a really good songwriter. She had other people that she co-wrote with, and they'd sell their songs to different artists. Well, one of those songs was Mama's Broken Heart. It came out when Miranda Lambert was already really big. This was in her 4th album. And Casey Musgrave was like, I loved that song. Nobody really knew who I was at all. I was just a writer, and I wanted it to be on my first track ever. There was some miscommunication with her fellow co-writers. Basically, without her knowledge or approval, Miranda Lambert heard it and was like, I want this song. And Casey Musgraves was kind of pissed about it. She was like, I can't really argue with you. Like, I have co-writers. I am a nobody at this point. And you're Miranda Lambert.
And my co-writers would like to get paid that Miranda Lambert money.
Uh-huh. She's like, and she didn't say this, but basically was like, so I hated that bee ever since it happened.
We read between the lines.
We read between the lines. And then she goes on and she says, listen, at the end of the day, I'm really glad she got that song because it led me to write some of the music that became her debut album. That she obviously hit it over the edge with. Merry-Go-Round was one of the big songs on that album. And she's like, I wouldn't have written it if I had not given her Mama's Broken Heart. But you read this and you're just like, I had no idea that these two people didn't like each other because she repeats herself and was like, listen, you got your life. I randomly just DM'd Miranda Lambert and was like, you got your life, I got mine, we don't need to be friends, but I think we should write a song together. And they did. And she's like, and we kind of just buried the hatchet and yeah. I'm my mind was blown.
It's so good. And that's how really good friendships are made.
Diva, divorcee, and then makeup.
I love it. I mean, you got a lot to talk about. Even if you stay in the safe lanes, only divorces and horses, next thing you know, you're best friends.
Besties.
It's hot to blow.
At this point, we head on over to Mike Ganger, our producer and blind item expert. What secret on the internet might be the next to blow?
Well, I know this is going to sound shocking when I say it this way, but there's a family member with zero financial stake in an upcoming biopic that's not happy with that upcoming biopic. And it's literally the only member who doesn't have a financial stake in it. We're talking about the upcoming Michael movie.
Okay.
This is the biopic all about Michael Jackson. I don't know if you've seen, but headlines are making their way around that the Jackson family gathered this past week for a little bit of a screening. It was a screening where they had 60 different members of the family show up. They packed into a Los Angeles film theater and watched the movie. This is before its worldwide premiere, which is going to be April 24th.
Oh, I didn't realize it was so soon.
It is soon.
Wow.
Yes. And it sounded like everybody on their feet, cheering, having a grand old time, saying it was amazing, except Janet Jackson.
Janet didn't like it?
She didn't like it?
Not only did she not like it, she hated it.
Whoa.
And then got into a massive screaming match with Jeremiah, Jermaine, excuse me. Sorry, yeah. Jermaine. And they went back and forth over and over again. Now, keep in mind, Jermaine Jackson's son, Jafar Jackson, is the one who's starring as Michael.
Yeah.
This is from the family. And Janet had many opportunities to have a financial stake in this movie. And everyone is saying she passed on all of it, all of those opportunities.
So what we're reading in the tea leaves is she's pissed that she passed on all the opportunities to have a financial stake in the movie.
Or the movie is retelling history about an absolute horrific person and it sucks, and the only person who likes it is the person who's financially benefiting from it.
I know that
I'm going to go with the latter.
Yeah,
That's
feels
the
like
one that feels right to me.
That feels right to me. That was the first thing I was going to say is like, yeah, because you can actually say her real opinion and mention that this is a glossed over retelling of Michael Jackson's life. The fact that the family is involved and they've got his nephew playing this, you know that they're not going to showcase anything. And I don't even just mean like, even just like there was conversations around how his dad raised him. Is that going to be in it? As there was conversations around, things, situations where you go, I don't know how you have a full story without telling some of the stuff that the family will refuse to tell.
Unedited.
And this movie has been pushed back multiple times because when it first came out, we first were getting it, there was a whole storyline about, and again, I don't recall the young man's name, but there was a boy who was in the life of Michael Jackson, and this was kind of going to intertwine that relationship to be the relationship he had with Michael. And it was going to portray it in a certain way that there is actually legal documentation because they took, I think, a settlement at one point or whatever the case may be. There was like an NDA involved, like, no, you can never use this story of our son, whoever it was. Again, I don't have the exact details, ever in a fictional retelling or a documentary or a biopic or anything like this. And these quotes from this argument were amazing, including the fact that one source says she had something negative about every single scene. Janet did. Had something to say about every scene, the acting, the makeup, how the actors spoke, and even how they walked. In fact, after the movie happened, they started arguing, and it was Jermaine who kept yelling back, "You are going to miss this wave. You're just so jealous. Get on the wave," was his quote.
Get on the wave of family rewriting and redemption.
I also go, Janet, why are you wasting your energy then?
Don't waste your breath.
Like, it's just kind of funny because I know her she has a strong personality. That's something that's reported on a lot. So obviously she's like, I need to be heard, right? Well, you were smart enough not to have a financial stake in this. So maybe just let this exist. Go. I don't even know why you went to the premiere, to be honest, Janet. Like, maybe it's just like, you don't want to look like you hate your family, which, like, I'm not saying you do, but why are you why are you getting involved in this?
That's ugly.
And they're doing a really good job, though, of taking that little drama back and forth. And because I had no interest in watching this movie.
Me neither.
Kind of do now. I mean, listen to some of this drama, and if they keep playing this up for the next month, might be kind of fun.
It's Hot Mess.
Oh, our hot mess is Nicole Curtis. Now, I think a lot of you are going, I have no idea who that is. If you do have an inkling, she was on the show Rehab Addict on HGTV for many years. I think like over a decade. This woman is one of the original people to make HGTV really wildly popular. She would flip homes in Detroit. She did it here in the Twin Cities a few times. That's how I got to know who she was. And her show had been on. It had been Steady Eddie for all those seasons. Until recently, when it was canceled because she used a racial slur while filming the show. And one of the gossip rags got a hold of that footage, released it, her not only saying the slur, but then going, cut that very quickly to the crew. Somebody on that crew was like, no, I shall not. I shall send this to somebody.
What?
Immediately, HGTV pulls her show, fires her, does the whole like, we do not condone this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That happened a couple of weeks ago. Why we're bringing it up is because she just appeared on I think it's probably the top rated morning radio show across the country, The Breakfast Club. And she wanted to, I don't know, set the record straight, I guess you could say, defend herself. I'm not sure, but she said she meant to say fart digger or fart knocker because those are things that she says with her sons because they talk about fart jokes all the time. She's like, I don't have any rhyme or reason I say nonsense stuff all the time. I'm off the cuff. The show is like unscripted. Well, the hosts of The Breakfast Club were like, that slur came out of your mouth real easily. Why are you even talking about digging for farts? Why are you because then in the conversation she kept bringing up how she's from Detroit, she has black friends, and the host of this show, Charlemagne, he's black, and was like, why do you keep bringing this up? Why do you keep bringing up that you have black friends and you live in Detroit? She couldn't for the life of her just go, I really screwed up, or just gone with the PR release of this is horrible, I don't condone this, and then disappeared for 6 weeks. She did try to go on this show and defend herself, and they were not having it.
Oh God, I would love to have been a fly in that room. Like not actually in that room, but like watch her. I mean, I might have to go and watch this.
Yeah. He further said to her, how dare you come on a black radio show and try to explain this scandal to me? And she's like, well, I'm not afraid of confrontation. I didn't come here to prove myself. And he's like, well, will you apologize to black people? Period. And she said, I don't condone the slur. I'm asking those who praise my language not to use me as a poster child for some BS. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of the interview. But she tried to backtrack to say fart digger, weird things that they were like, you are so no. No. That is not what you said. It's not what you meant to say. That word doesn't casually slip out. Sorry. It was rough. Girl, you're done.
You're done. Nicole Curtis. Okay, we want to know what you think in the comments. Is Nicole Curtis just guilty of being a boy mom who says things like fart digger? Or honestly, is she a hot mess that needs to just disappear for a while? We would love your opinion. Throw in the comment because guess what? Hot to Go is on YouTube every single day.